We were looking for an opportunity to do something that would impact the community and have something that was around technology, that was reaching youth, that we could influence to maybe be interested in careers in technology. So the YMCA at Mission Valley was just in the final stages of completing a renovation, and there was this nice empty space that was about the right size for a digital studio. And so we got together with the people at the YMCA and had a discussion about what our vision was, and it all seemed to line up really nicely, and here we are.
CYMER Digital Studio is a digital media tech lab where youth and adults can come in and use our computers and our equipment to do projects in like graphic design using the Adobe software. They do music production, video production, and then within the last year we've started doing robotics.
This particular studio, when I come in, I think of it kind of as like home or my room, because I've been coming here for over 2 years now, and I like it better than my own room.
It's like everyone's like always in a good mood when they're in here, and so when you walk in and then you see everyone playing cards, and then it's like really fun, but then sometimes we know how to like be really serious and get to work, and so it's a good environment.
Honestly, I get excited just because usually I don't have access to these programs or the opportunities I have here, and just to be able to come in here, create something, and then hopefully something that I'm proud of, just to be able to show it to other people and say, hey, I made this, I feel like it's really cool, and this workspace allows me to do that.
The people and learning all these new experiences.
It helps you communicate with strangers and just get you out of your comfort zone.
We have this thing called squad at school, and I always feel awesome with my squad, and I guess the people here are my proverbial squad.
This place is just kind of a very well-rounded place to come in, because the people that come in here and the conversations that happen here really get the creative juices flowing. So like if I'm writing something or I'm trying to design something, I can just turn around and be like, hey, what do you think of this? Or what do you think this needs? And most of the time someone's there to give ideas or just to get the ideas flowing again.
And I'm really interested in like coding and stuff, so when the guy came by the other day with like creating the app and everything, that was right up my alley.
It's really about growth. It's about the things in your mind that you're not too confident about, but could be a solution that the world is looking for.
The Wilderness Retreat is a magical place. I can definitely say in 2008 it was definitely a different experience, meaning just me being a new class, me being fresh, exposed to different people, different resources, and even having the opportunity to live out in the wilderness.
I've never gone camping before. The Wilderness Retreat made me view nature in a different way, since I wasn't technically allowed to go outside as a kid due to allergies.
I got to rappel, and so it's fun to experience it with people that I don't normally experience it with.
They begin to understand how the real world environments will be, and how pressure is not necessarily a bad thing. It can be a great thing, and it can actually allow you to work with limitations in a way that builds you and builds the people around you.
I guess I learned more about myself. Like when we were like taken away from our phones and left in the wilderness to, do all that stuff, like I realized like how much the phones take away from ourselves. And I feel kind of bad because when we got back, I was returned to my phone and I kind of returned to that state, but I'll never forget like what we've gone through.
My favorite part so far is probably the filming process, where we get to work together and collaborate, crash ideas, and make a short film.
Camera rolling. Action.
Look, I'm sorry for everything I've done. Please, take me to my sister. Your sister! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Teamwork is something that happens in a lot of jobs, and so you have to be able to work with people who you like and who you don't like, and you have to be able to put like I don't like that person aside and get your work done because you have deadlines to meet. And so coming here, it's like practicing what it's going to be like when I'm older. And so
we split up our jobs into little segments, and everybody has their own job, and we make the work equivalent to what we're feeling that day. Like if somebody's feeling more energetic than somebody else, they get a little bit more work that day, or if somebody is not feeling that good that day, we'll take a little bit of work off of them.
I've been storyboarding our movie, and then I'm gonna act in it. So I've kind of taken a little bit of a leadership role, but we all kind of have like a say in everything.
I think you've caught orangitis.
What's orangitis?
I don't know, it's been going around. It's kind of serious. I think you should go see a doctor.
Yeah, what am I doing with my hands?
So,
no, what are we doing right now?
I think we work well together. We just kind of have to like get into like the mode of everyone's ideas, like it should be equally heard.
Like when they can't agree on ideas, I try to collaborate, mix them up together, and make a better idea where they both agree and both appreciate it.
When you're young, you're not as sure and certain about things, and you kind of are going through your own exploration. There's a lot of questions. There's more questions than there are answers out there. And especially when you're young, you tend to kind of take on the paths that people lay for you. And so one thing I would recommend to youth is try coming into the CYMER Studio. You will see a completely different experience than what you probably think you'll experience. It's not like school, but it's definitely an environment that keeps kids coming back. And so I would definitely say try to push out of your comfort zone. And I would highly recommend Youth Institute Summer Program. I would highly recommend applying for that, and just being part of our studio in general.
CYMER actually has been around for about 30 years now. We make light sources that are used to pattern semiconductor chips.
Now we're using a wavelength of light just for relative purposes, and the BUV laser, that's called 190.
So CYMER was actually started in 1986, so about 30 years ago, by two PhD students from UC San Diego. Once they graduated, they were looking for opportunities to apply their knowledge of lasers and physics, and they decided to focus on the field of semiconductors and to take that technology and to use it to advance the fusion of that technology with advanced manufacturing to enable the creation of devices that basically make the world a better place to live.
I think it's nice to have your work mean something more than just answering an email or just decorating a flyer or whatever you happen to have your job be.
Our intent is to get some of the students excited about the possibility of a career, and certainly maybe taking the next step at the university level where you look at some technology fields, whether that's on the business side or on the engineering side as well.
I mean, this is like a normal sized lab, and it's taking up the whole room. And then this is only our part. So then you have to go and plug this into ASML, our parent company.
It's been really cool here because I've never felt like I don't get taken seriously because I'm younger, and in fact now they're trying to build an even bigger culture of the younger employees here and hire a lot of new college graduates. So it's a really cool place to work, and I like that they do have the things that are more than just your day-to-day emails. They have the parties for you, and they care about giving back to the community, and they care about how the employees feel, and I think that's really cool. It's a pretty unique environment where you have people up at the executive level that care so much about making it a cool place with all of those other things to do.
Part of the culture of CYMER, a strong part of the culture, is this compulsion, if you will, to give back, to be a good corporate citizen. The culture has really evolved to where we feel obligated and we enjoy giving back. It's ingrained in the DNA of the company. I think our employees love being active, being involved. We have a very high participation rate, so it goes from working with young people to encourage them in fields of technology, the whole gamut, to where we look at healthcare initiatives, we look at cultural initiatives, we look at environmental initiatives, and just try to help make the community a better place for our employees and for the community in general.